Good morning, class. This is Nancy Gupta here, and I'm going to cover your topic of BCM 5003. That is income tax का पेपर है आपका income tax BCM 5003. 40 hours का lecture load है इसका. और यूनिट 1 में जो टॉपिक कवर होते हैं उसमें आपका इनकम टैक्स का बेसिक, जिसमें important definition like agriculture income, previous year income, assessment year क्या होता है, concept of income क्या होते हैं, residential and tax liabilities क्या होती हैं, उस पर हम डिस्कशन करेंगे. पहले अगर हम बेसिक्स की बात करें तो बेसिक्स में आपका इनकम टैक्स क्या होता है. It is an direct tax. Income tax is levied on the person who is liable to pay tax. Covers under income tax. इनकम टैक्स से पहले अगर हम डायरेक्ट टैक्स की बात करें, डायरेक्ट टैक्स लायबिलिटी इज डायरेक्टली लेविड. द पर्सन हु इज जनरेटिंग एनी इनकम सोर्स is liable to pay tax here directly, so it is called direct tax. In direct tax there are three kind of taxes, that is income tax, then corporate tax, and then wealth tax. Income tax covers salary, house property, PGBP, capital gain, and other sources. There are 5 types of taxes there. So first is salary. When there is an employer relationship, then it covers under salary the work you are doing. Beside this, the work allotted to you on a contractual basis. For that, if you have received any payment, then it covers under salary. Second source of income is your house property. When your house is available to let out, and if you let out for a partial year or a full year, then it covers income from house property. Third one is income from PGBP. PGBP stands for profit and gains from business and professions. Business covers profit and profession covers gains. That is why it is called PGBP. Next is income from capital gain. Here, 2 types of capital are there, that is long term and short term. When you hold any capital assets for a period of 12 months or less than 12 months, then it covers short term capital gain arising from transfer of capital assets. When you hold the asset for more than 12 months time period, then it covers transfer of capital gain on transfer of capital asset on capital gain. Third one is when you hold the property, and that securities like share and debentures, which is intangible, and when you hold these securities for less than time period of 36 months, then it is a short term. And when you hold this for more than 36 months, then it will be a long term. So there are 2 types of long term and short term capital assets, that is 12 months, less than 12 months, more than 12 months, and less than 36 months and more than 36 months. Next topic is other sources. When you don't cover under salary, house property, PGBP, and capital gain, then it will cover under other sources like interest on bank investment, interest on RD, then lottery, horse races, card and games, etc. Next is आपका concept of income. So here 5 sources I am talking about, that is salary, house property, PGBP, capital gain, and other sources. There are 5 types of sources of income. Then I've already discussed with you all about direct tax, that in direct tax there are 3 types of direct taxes, that is income tax, and then corporate tax, and then your wealth tax. If I'll talk about corporate tax, then the income arising by the firm or company cover under Companies Act 1956 or 2013. When I'll talk about the profit of company and firms, then it covers corporate tax. And last one is wealth tax. When you are having more than one house registered on your name, by your name, and if you are having more than one registry in your hand, then you have to pay wealth tax, which is more than 1% of 30 lakh. There is the exemption of 30 lakhs. Okay, till here, hope I'm clear to everyone. Do I need to repeat anything? Do you want to ask any question? Any question
No,
from anyone? No?
no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. क्या नाम था इनका? किसी ने स्टार्टिंग में कुछ पूछा था? उनको कुछ पूछना है? बताइए. Next is SSC or previous year. SSC is those who are liable to pay tax. Is covered under SSC. The person who is liable to pay tax is called SSC. Now the definition of person will cover 7 points. That is individual, HUF, that is Hindu Undivided Family, companies, firm, AOP, that is Association of Person. It is a combination of, it can be a combination of individual, HUF, firm, company. Then body of individual. It covers different kind of individuals who can come together for some particular purposes. Then there is a artificial judicial person and municipal corporation. There are 7 kind of persons there who is liable to pay tax and become an SSC from time to time. Next one is assessment year and previous year. I have discussed with you all. Assessment year is when the tax liability arises on you, in which year you are going to pay tax is assessment year, and on the basis of the previous year you pay tax in the assessment year. Like today is 24th of August 2020. The assessment year for this date will be 1st April 2000.
1st April 2020 to 31st March 2021.
31st March 2021.
2021. Okay. And the previous year for this is? Anyone?
Ma'am, 1st April 19 to 31st March 2020.
Good. So 1st April 2019 to 31st March 2020. If I'll take another example, like if I'll talk about 23rd July 1985, then the assessment year will be
Ma'am, 1st April 1985 to 31st March 1986.
good. And previous year,
Ma'am, that will be 1st April 1984 to 31st March 1985.
very nice, good. Like it. I hope it is clear to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Next
ma'am.
is residential and tax liability. If I'll talk about what is the residential status as per Income Tax Act. Residential status is when you have a citizenship of India. As an individual, if you are born in India and you are generating some income in India, then you become resident. Second kind of residential status is resident but not ordinarily resident, which is fine. Residential status is what basically when it is that individual is a citizen of India or not. There are three kind of residential status here. First is you are resident. Second is resident but not ordinarily resident. Third is non-resident. That means if you are fully resident, that means you are born in India and you are generating income here and you are expending your income here only. Then you become a resident. There are some description more which I'll share with you all in the later class. If I'll talk about residential but not ordinarily resident, then it covers partially you are here in India for some time and partially you are out from India, or you are sending income from somewhere else other than India to your family or to your beloved one. Then it goes to resident but not ordinarily resident. Next is non-resident. That means you are not born in India, you are not here, you are not generating income in India, and you are not expending your income here in India. Then it covers non-resident. That means you are a foreigner. Hope it is clear to you all.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Second unit covers salary and house property. Salary, where we go for scope, perquisite, their valuation, profit in lieu of salary, provident fund, and their implication and deductions. Now, what is salary? बताइए, किसी को पता है? Salary includes the following amount received by an employee from his employer. There should be a relationship of employer and employee during the previous year. Salary can be in advance, a payment received by an employee in respect of any period of leave not availed by him. Covers under Income Tax Act 1961. In short, any amount paid by the employer to his employees in lieu of services rendered by them. To include the following monetary as well as non-monetary payment like wages, annuity or pension, or any gratuity. Next is house property, which will cover in second unit. Any property such as house, building, office, warehouse is treated as house property under Income Tax Act. The income from house property is one of which 5 head of income that is taken into your account for calculating the gross total income during the assessment year. It is about second unit. Then we'll go to third unit, where we'll study first is PGBP. PGBP stands for Profit and Gains from Business and Profession. It includes profit and loss of any business like shop, factory, any profession, that is service provided by the doctors, lawyers, chartered accountant, cost accountant, any engineer services. Here some item will be allowable or disallowable. Allowed or disallowed expenditure or incomes will be treated in PGBP. With the help of that allowed or disallowed income or expenses, you will find your profit liable to pay tax under PGBP head. And in third unit, the second topic which we'll cover is capital gain. It refers to the profit that result from sale of capital assets, such as stock, bond, it is intangible, or real estate, or any property which is tangible. Whether sale price exceed from the purchase price, the gain is difference between a higher selling price or a lower purchase price. We'll cover under capital gain. If I'll talk about the example, the net profit that an investor makes after selling a capital asset exceeding the price of purchase. What is capital asset now? Capital assets are a piece of property such as homes, car, investment properties, stock bonds, and even your articulator. For business, a capital asset is a useful life longer than a year or less than a year, covers under capital gain. Fourth unit is covering income from other sources. Income from other sources, when you are not covering under salary, house property, PGBP, and capital gain, then you will go in income from other sources, like the amount received as a dividend, any gift received from any person, interest on deposits in banks or any financial institution, and non-recurring income from lottery, horse races, gambling, or amount earned while playing KBC will be reported under other sources. Fourth unit also covers deductions, that is deduction under section 80C to 80U. When you add the sum of salary, house property, PGBP, capital gain, and other sources, then it becomes gross total income. And when you deduct the amount invested under section 80C to 80U, like if you are purchasing life insurance, if you are investing in PPF, that is public provident fund, if you are investing some medical, if you are taking some medical insurance, if you are investing in government schemes, then it covers deductions under section 80C to 80U. And last topic is set off and carried forward of losses, which is set off adjusting the losses. Set off means adjusting the losses against the profit or income of that particular year. Losses that are not set off against income in the same year can be carried forward. So here, set off and carry forward losses will be covering fourth unit.